Hello, I am Seamus Donoghue of Eve University, and this is an explanation of Tech 1 production, the most basic kind of manufacturing. The vast majority of things that are bought and sold on the market were either created or farmed by players. There are extremely few things that the NPCs will sell directly on the market. So the ships, the modules, the ammunition that you use, these were all obtained or manufactured by players. So let's suppose you want to actually start to get into the business of making things. And let's suppose you wanted to make ammunition. Lead charge small, for example. That's a hybrid ammunition that's used by blasters and railguns. The first thing you would do is you go to the market. You can either go to the Browse tab and you can start browsing the kinds of blueprints that are available on the market. For brevity, I'm just going to go to the search tab. I'm going to type in lead charge S, push return, and look for lead charge S blueprint. Left click that entry, and here's a blueprint, and here is a list of sellers. Remember, if the market order has an expiry time of 364 days, then it's being bought or sold by an NPC. If it's 90 days or less, it's being bought or sold by a player. Now, there are very few things that NPCs will buy and sell directly on the market, but blueprints, they will buy and sell. Tech 1 blueprints anyway. The basic versions of stuff. So you can travel to any of these stations, buy the blueprint from the NPCs off of the market, and then start using the blueprints to do manufacturing work. The next thing you need to do is take that blueprint to a station that has manufacturing slots. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Neocom, Science and Industry. Go to the Installations tab and set the range to current region. And you can also left-click the jumps header to sort by number of jumps. For example, I'm already docked in Alternator 1215, Ishukone Corporation Factory, and I can see there's lots of free manufacturing slots here available. Some of the assembly lines are used, but there's a lot that are ready for work right now. If the ones in your particular station or solar system are all busy, you can always check for manufacturing slots in other stations that are not too far away. So you can right-click one of these stations, and you can select Set Destination. Then you can undock your ship and take your blueprint and minerals to a station with a manufacturing slot. Actually, there's a step I may have forgotten. Once you have your blueprint, you should right-click the blueprint and show info. Under the attributes, you will see, first of all, this is a blueprint original. I'm not going to get into blueprint copies in this episode. Suffice it to say that a blueprint original lasts forever. Unless it was in your cargo hold and your ship was destroyed and the blueprint failed to survive in the wreckage. Other than that, blueprints last forever. And this blueprint will produce 100 lead charges in a single batch run. And it'll take 5 minutes to do that. There's also some other statistics here that involve making the blueprint better, but I'm just going to cover manufacturing for now. So 5 minutes to make 100 lead charges. If you click on the Bill of Materials tab and you look at the manufacturing sub-tab, you'll see that you need certain skills. In this case, you just need the industry skill to level 1. And for materials, you need 2 units of isogen, 1 unit of mexilon, and in my particular case, 122 units of tritanium. It also says perfect 117. What that means is that you can reduce the amount of materials required if you have a certain skill to level 5, which I think is called production efficiency. Let me double check that. Yes, here we go. 4% reduction per skill level to the material requirements needed for production. Let me make this email go away. Alright. So, if I had production efficiency up to level 5, then this perfect would mean I only need 117 titanium. Instead, I only have production efficiency to level 4, so I need 122. Manufacturing only deals with discrete integer units of minerals, so that's why you don't see a difference with the isogen and the mexilon. We're talking about like 3, 4, 5% difference, and it's not going to charge you 1.04 mexilon instead of 1 mexilon. That's not going to happen. Alright, so I have the skill. I happen to have the materials with me. I have my blueprint. I'm docked in a station that has, hold on, 12, 15. I'm docked in a station that has manufacturing slots. I can do this. So I'm going to right-click the blueprint. I'm going to go to manufacturing, and I'm going to pick an installation. I can double left-click an assembly line. I'm only going to do one run, and I'm going to click OK. And it's going to present me with a quote. It will tell me whether or not I'm missing any of the materials or any of the skills needed for this, as well as the production time that's necessary. In my particular case, I need to spend 902 ISK to install this, and 20 ISK for the amount of time it's going to take to manufacture this. I will accept the quote, so I've paid my 922 ISK. And now if I go to Science and Industry, I go to the Jobs tab, I click the Get Jobs button, I left-click the job in question, and I can see a countdown on how long it's going to take to manufacture this. Usually when I actually make ammunition, I make 100 batches in a single run, so it wouldn't take me 4 minutes, but rather several hours. So I'd be doing something else while waiting for this to finish. Now, that's an example of Tech 1 production. And that's an example of ammunition. This same principle applies to pretty much anything else. You want to make cruiser afterburners? Well, search for 10 meganewton afterburner I blueprint. Remember, Roman numerals, so afterburner I, not afterburner 1. And NPCs sell afterburner blueprints. I can buy a blueprint from an NPC and start making afterburners if I wanted to. If I want to make rifters, rifter blueprint, left click on that. I can travel to the Amos solar system, buy a rifter blueprint for 2.5 million ISK, and then I just manufacture my own rifters. Granted, I do have to double check to make sure I have the necessary skill. In this case, it's just industry. And the necessary materials. So if I wanted to make a rifter, I would need 365 isogen, 1 megasite, 2117 mexilon, 136 noxium, 6358 pyrite. You get the idea. So here's the complete mineral list. I do have to get the minerals from somewhere. I could mine asteroids in high security space for some of the minerals. Some other minerals, I'd have to go looking for the low security ores. I could find low security ores in high security grav sites, but that's starting to veer off into the subject of exploration. But I have to get the minerals from somewhere, whether I mine it, some of it myself, or if I buy the minerals off of the market. Some industrialist players will just buy minerals off the market and spend their time doing manufacturing work, rather than trying to mine the minerals themselves, because it's not worth their time to do that. So you can browse the market for all sorts of blueprints. Alright, the modules that you fit, the modules and ammunition that you use on your ship, the ships themselves. Alright, there's lots of blueprints for almost everything. Keep in mind that not all blueprints are available from NPCs in all regions. For example, I'm in Minmatar space right now, and there are no NPCs that are selling blueprints for Eidolon industrial ships, because those are Galente. Let's see, are there any? There are NPCs who are selling blueprints for hoarders, mammoths, and wreaths. Those are the Minmatar industrials, but I don't see any NPC orders for Caldari industrials here in Minmatar space. I mean, there are players who are selling them, but they probably bought them in Caldari space, hauled them over to Minmatar space, and then put them up on the market. maybe your time might be valuable to you. Maybe you'll just spy it from a player in the nearest trade hub rather than travel all the way over to wherever the NPCs are selling it. So again, not all blueprints are available in all regions from all NPCs. If you want to buy it direct from an NPC, you might have to travel to a particular region to get them. The most difficult of these that I'm aware of are the mining barge blueprints and the Noctis blueprints. Those you can't get from Empire Space directly if you want to buy it from an NPC. Those you have to buy from NPCs in Outer Ring stations, which are in the Outer Ring region, which is null security. Good luck getting past the bubble camps. So some players will buy blueprints from one region, haul them over to another region, and resell it on the market. But in any event, you can buy Tech 1 blueprints off of the market and get to manufacturing. You just need the skills, you need the minerals, you need the manufacturing slots, you need the ISK. Oh, I almost forgot. It was only a 4-minute manufacturing job, so it should be done by now. Let's go back to the Science and Industry button, go to the Jobs tab, click the Get Jobs button, and indeed, it says ready. So left-click the job, click the Deliver button, and that delivers the blueprint and the finished product back into your items hanger. Alright? So hopefully that's enough information to get you started on a career in manufacturing. In the meantime, thank you for watching.